This is the proven VSL formula that turns viewers into buyers. Now, this video is specifically for coaches, consultant, course creators, any of the people that sell info online. Now, most people's VSLs, they sound like school's presentations. You've got the nice slides, but your pacing is like a robot. And, the narrator just reads points like it's a college lecture, and most coaches focus on looking professional instead of being persuasive, which is like the main thing that your VSL needs to achieve. Now you may spend hours editing the VSL, making it look fancy, choosing the perfect voice and all those other stuff, which to be honest they don't really matter. All you need to have is a video that does one thing, that is it persuades people, it has a lot of attention, and it's raw and feels authentic. Once you understand these few things, then everything becomes easy. So first you need to hook hard in the first 3 seconds. You must assume that your viewer starts your VSL in autopilot mode. Their brain is already looking for a reason to ignore you. They aren't here to study your presentation, they are scanning, half distracted and ready to tune out at the first sign of boredom. Now your opening line must interrupt that autopilot, not just with theoretics, not with cringe hype, but with something that instantly makes their brain go like, oh shit, I need to listen to what this guy is speaking. That means your first sentence should include curiosity, a challenge in a belief, introduce attention, spark an emotional reaction, or hint at a transformation. Now I just gave an example of a bad hook. It is very corporate-y. Hi, my name is Daniel and today I'm going to show you how my program works. That's absolutely gay. A good hook example would be, if you had tried 3 different methods and you're still stuck, it's not your fault, it's the way you've been taught. Now can you see the difference? This is more like, oh shit, like I gotta listen to this guy. Here it is like, oh my god, another geek is speaking. Right? So you get the point. Now the difference is, one obviously puts the person to sleep while the other one pulls into the story. Your hook sets the tone, either you earn attention or you lose them instantly. Now number 2, build emotion through story. People buy emotion first, logic second. Your story is what connects them to the message, but it's not about your story, it's about how your story makes them feel seen, how it makes them feel that you've understood their pain that they are facing. Now something bad would be, I've been helping clients since 2018 and I've built 3 agencies. A good example would be 2 years ago, I couldn't land a single client. I was sending 200 emails a day and getting ghosted. Then I found a system that flipped everything. Can you make out the difference now? It just shows the before and then the after. Make them believe the same shift can happen for them. The thing is that emotion drives retention and story sells the belief. Number 3, agitate pain before you fix it. Make sure not to rush into the solution. Make them feel the pain first. Because to be honest, when you're selling anything info related to the consumers, B2C, you need to make sure like they can actually feel the pain. Because if they don't really feel pain, they're never going to take the action to take the next step. The viewer needs to feel the weight of staying stuck. They need to really feel you understand them before you hand them the fix. A bad example would be, so here's how my system works. A good positioning statement would be, you're posting daily, DMing people and still not getting clients. It's not your effort that's the problem, it's your system. You have been told the wrong way to sell. Make the pain feel real, then when you reveal the solution, it feels like a relief. Number 4, present the offer like the answer to their frustration. Now that they want the solution, your offer becomes the shortcut. But don't just list your features or the specifics of your solution, sell them the transformation what they will get. Give them the ideal situation that they want to be in. Future pace them. A better example would be, our course includes 8 modules, weekly Q&As and 3 bonus videos. Like the prospect couldn't care. They are like, okay fine, you give me all these things, but what is the outcome for me? So good example would be, the system helps you close clients in 7 days, even if you have never sold anything before. Keep it simple, show the outcome, add proof, reduce risk. If you can achieve these three things, everything becomes easy. Make them believe that using your product, the success isn't just possible, but it's inevitable. Now, moving towards the end, you close hard with a clear CTA. This is where most VSLs don't take advantage of the opportunity. You shouldn't go soft and just fade out. If they came to the point in the VSL, they are interested in what you have to offer. Meaning, if they have already reached the end of the VSL, that means they actually like what you're saying, they actually trust what you say, and they actually want what you have to offer. So you got to make sure you take advantage of that and close strong. So bad example would be, so yeah, if you're interested, check the link below. A good example would be, click the link below right now. You've seen what's possible, don't wait another week doing the same thing. You repeat your CTA multiple times, once after the story, once after the offer, and once at the end. You may think this looks salesy, but to be honest, it actually shows that you really believe in your offer and that you are certain that it will work for them. So now I've just included 5 examples that you can use. So first it would be, you've been told to post more. That's exactly why you're not making sales. Number 2, if you're running ads and not tracking this one metric, you're throwing money away. Number 3, I built a 6-figure business using a $9 Google Doc. Here's how. You don't need more traffic, you need to stop losing the traffic you already have. I made 10k before I even built a product. Let me explain. So you see how these hooks actually make you feel so interested in what the person has to offer, right? You need to make sure that your hooks actually sound like that. And obviously you can use AI, you can use different tools, you can see what your competitors are using, but make sure that your hooks actually hook the person within the first few seconds of them watching it. So feel free to use these as templates, but make sure to adapt them to your offer and your niche. Now, a few final words. Your VSL isn't about your camera, script, or setup. It's about how quickly you can hook someone, make them feel something, and move them to act. Forget about fancy visuals, editing, transitions. Forget about perfectionism. Perfection kills authenticity. Don't script every word for word. Don't hide behind slides. If it sounds too professional, it sounds fake. So the best VSLs feel like a real conversation and not an ad, because nowadays prospects can sense that from afar. Raw sells because it feels real. So here's your game plan. Hook them, build emotion, agitate the pain, present the shortcut, and close hard. And that's how you turn a 2-minute video into a conversation and a conversion mechanism and a weapon. So if you're a coach looking to launch or scale a high-ticket coaching offer and need the best operators to do it, you don't know how to structure VSL, you don't know how to do the back end and all that stuff, just comment the word below and I'll send you my calendly link to book in the call, and I can see if you're a good fit, because honestly we don't work with everyone. If you've got a decent following, a decent offer, you actually know your stuff, then yes, we can help. If not, just continue watching the free stuff and that should get you there. So you have a good one, and looking forward to seeing you in the next vid.